Any man give his life for Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, and Christ, and fall up under that UPK banner. It's my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary. Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till I'm stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. Take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till I'm stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground. Now this ain't no movement, this a takedown. We will not be moved or intimidated. We ain't the type. You got a problem, tell them cross the fucking line. My niggas ain't polite. Soldiers to the left and right. I die for every man body. Before I be a coward, I'd rather be a dead body. This will be my kingdom when the hour plays. You can either get with it or get flipped like an hourglass. We live by honor and no excuse. Just sit to pray up to the Lord. I told you to let all the terrorists loose. Hold your tongue or get rebuked, cause you made a truce. With a race that made merchandise out of my abuse. Scared of who? You got your gun, then pull it. Me and my niggas start to argue. It's about who gon' bite the bullet. It gon' take round, take round, take round. Opponents better move slow. Attack dog for this truth. Nigga, cool yo. Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give ground, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till I'm stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. Take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till I'm stand down. Oh, thought you could cross us with no consequence, but you will pay dearly. You should've used your common sense. My zeal lit, that means you could never prevent. Hey, with a true sin, hey, with warriors dwell. Be wise with the weapons, cause I promise. My nine just like my wife, she concealed, she modest. I know two things, a robber will not prosper. And any man harm me and my aunt gon' meet the doc. Cause this life is warfare, it's not an easy walk. Been watching my people die so you can miss me with that love talk. My UPK soldiers, any man try to cross your path, make him regret it. What that means? Fall on his age. Comparing me to you really ain't no contest. Lonely one west. Say what? Lonely one west. This for those who thinking we ain't ready for 'em. Tell them back up. I'm about to drop something heavy for 'em. Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give ground, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till I'm stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till I'm stand down.
JT on the track.
Hey, hey. Yeah, yeah. Hey, hey. Fuck wrong with you, boy? You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my nigga. Yeah. I'm in yo. Got my nigga Rewan with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding general, your honor. That for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Look, hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown. I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, they You the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talking shit. Y'all know they can't stand us, but we UPK, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm ripping. And my niggas solid, number real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start stepping. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood, I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For I take your life or let you take mine. That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complex. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Ooh, 27 Club.
All right, gang, let's really nail it this time. Here we go. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hillstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UPK ain't nothing, we on fellowship. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hillstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UPK ain't nothing, we on fellowship. Florida Lee on my top, this a Saints hat. This the third camp he been in, he a J-Cat. Nigga tryna steal the sauce, yeah, I hate that. But I ain't make the rules, I can't change that. No bottle, no wine, yeah, I can't crack. Look, flag on the play, they grabbing face masks. Niggas always saving hoes where your cape at. The only killer that you know without no face tag. Hell yeah, my bitch bad, Proverbs 31. Yeah, this is not a drill, I be 30'd up. Yeah, he about to crack the sky, you better hurry up. It's all bad when you see us hang that jersey up. It's mad brick, I got the blick with my cover on. He a fed, he a op, got his cover blown. Look, I'm really outside without no skilly on. It's One West, bitch, I'm on with my brothers on. He got ranked, then he left, he broke another oath. I got the plate, we about to take another zone. They was sleeping on the team, now they comatose. Left his brother out to dry, I guess he wanna fall. Put the oil on his head, that's another soul. I try to tell him we a pro, don't do this shit at home. She unhappy, left her man, she a 304. He try to justify that shit, he broke the penal code. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hillstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UPK ain't nothing, we on fellowship. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hillstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UPK ain't nothing, we on fellowship. Gotta watch these niggas, they be cointel. LeBron ain't never killed nobody, but I know he will. It's on me, yeah, where I go, yeah, that's the holy seal. My niggas itching when it's up, you better not touch a chair. Ooh, I'm with the extra, that's on the back. He ain't loyal to his brothers, how you follow that? She either working with her hands or she off her bag. Bro, bitches, yeah, they done that, give me a heart attack. You see the banner above my head, I'm a part of that. These niggas cowards, pussies, we don't want no parts in that. They let our warrior out of prison, he ain't going back. And don't be speaking on the truth, cause we with all of that. Look, before they started dissing, they was fans first. You will never catch me digging in no man purse. Really put my brick in, that's why my hands hurt. And don't be speaking bullshit that make my head hurt. Look, I done burn my fingers from the Michael Drake. For the brotherhood, I done threw my life away. I never see them, tell them come out from their hiding place. We can't do it, we told them we gon' find a way. They'd rather march 1,000 deep, we rather feed the people. They wouldn't put on all black, now he reading Hebrew. UPK the standard if you speak on Hebrew. Don't think they solid, get with them niggas just gon' leave you. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UPK ain't nothing, we on fellowship. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UPK ain't nothing, we on fellowship.
All right, Shalom Israel, with the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. We've been established and teaching the truth since 1969 under Commander General Yohana. Like I'm about to walk. Look, I guess everything off a little bit. I'll tilt. But got a nice class for y'all today about entertaining fools. About history. So I just want to show go over a few scriptures, and we're going to dive into like one of America's latest food, one who dropped the bag. And I'm gonna go over a little bit about why you shouldn't entertain fools, or why fools are here to have a position, or really most of a demon that might cause you to act out of character or cause you to cause harm. So we're gonna go to a few scriptures. We're going to like knowledge and understanding. I think I'm gonna go into a couple of scriptures about whole thing about praying in tongues. I want to do a whole class on that. It's really about hypnotizing. So I think I'm all right. Yeah, so if you got any questions or you want to share your input or got some insight, feel free to type it in the comments. Also, if you got any questions, just type your questions in, and then we're gonna get right into it. I want to make sure I have a video about people who warned Shannon. We all know about it was Monique. I don't know why I keep saying Nikki. It was Monique. Yeah, so that's what it was. I'm gonna pull up a little video, a couple little memes, and we're gonna get into some scriptures. Of course, I think I'm going mostly in Proverbs. Just want to make sure I got my stuff right. And some people gonna laugh. You know what I'm saying? Don't really want y'all to laugh at his calamity, but we definitely want to show that there is an error. There is a way we should be moving. There is a way that how we should conduct ourselves. But most people, or I shouldn't say most people, but most men, most women entertain fools a little bit too much. I know sometimes we like to battle. You like to so-called, test your knowledge, or test like your sharpen your sword. But a lot of us don't really understand that we shouldn't entertain fools. And the ones who do, they're not doing it to teach. They're just doing it because for themselves. They want to battle. They want to, get your feet wet. They want to have something to do. They want to entertain someone else. So we're going to go into some scriptures about entertaining fools, and we're going to look at some of the latest food, because sometimes it's not always, it's more so of your actions. It's most of your lifestyle, how comfortable you can be when you not want to when you don't want to listen. So, like I said, one of the most latest fools, as far as in the celebrity world, Shannon Sharp. We all heard about him being fired from ESPN, and then allegedly he paying uh that cockroach about 23 million allegedly. Here's something that we can also allege for those of y'all who may not know or why Shannon did it. But let me first ask you this: do anybody know about Shannon Sharp having to pay his ex-girlfriend some money? Do anybody know about that? If you know about it, just put a one. If you don't know about it, put a two in the chat in the comment section. First, I want to just get a feel for get a temperature check of the room and on social media about if anybody knows about Shannon Sharp or the roles of fools. Let me check some else. And Bell Wolfers, our Facebook is down as well, so we'll get to that. All right, Con. Okay, Terry Brown. Okay, I see you. How I thought about seeing you have a shy. Okay, Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. Okay, Most High in Christ. Oh, okay. So she know about Shannon Sharp. I got one more question for you, if you don't mind. Do anybody know why Shannon offered to pay her? And this is important because what most people don't know is she never went to the police about these allegations that she said about him. She never went to the police about let me choose my words carefully, about the relations trafficking on the interstate. She never said he forced her physically. So she never went to the police to put charges on him because all of it was consensual. That's how they role play. That's how they talk. But my question is, do anybody know why Shannon paid her? He offered to pay her before they settled in court. And that's the big question. That's part of the lifestyle of people in that world that people don't know. For those who don't know, I'm just going ahead and tell y'all. Shannon Sharp offered to pay. I don't even remember that OnlyFans girl name. It's kind of good I forgot, but I don't even know her damn name. But Shannon Sharp offered to pay her was for. Do anybody know? Let me give you one more shot. Do anybody know why Shannon offered to pay that OnlyFans girl money, hush money, before they settled in court? Do anybody know why he offered? Most guys checking in from the slavery. I got you, Amawar. Are you high about Shannon Sharp Rakatha? All right, so for those y'all who don't know, Shannon Sharp offered, I'm gonna say allegedly, in case they're watching. Allegedly, he offered to pay that OnlyFans girlfriend of his. He was a cuckold, by the way, damn near. He offered to pay her $10 million. Now, most of y'all will probably say something like, well, that's too much money to be giving the OnlyFans girl. Or why would he want to give her that much money when when he couldn't go to jail for it? There was no charge she can put on him that can lock him up or arrest him. Well, in that world that he's in, it makes perfect sense to pay her. And I'll explain. It makes perfect sense for two reasons. Well, I'm gonna go over a list of reasons. You all right? Yeah, it's in the refrigerator. All right, so it makes sense. Here's the reason why. It makes sense to pay her or offer her that $10 million that she declined and got more money out of it. And, all right, so here I'm go over the list of reasons why. Well, one, is anybody familiar with Joe Rogan? Joe Rogan is another podcaster, Caucasian man, and his platform is massive, massive. And with Shannon Sharp, well, I'm going back to Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan had signed a reportedly up to like $100 million contract with Spotify, right? And then within a few years, they gave him like another contract for around 200 million. So you're talking about within 7 years, he done signed a $300 million contract. Now, why is that important? Because one of his videos on YouTube that reached like 45 million, Shannon Sharp ended up beating that. Meaning that Shannon Sharp, that video with Cat Williams, he now exceeded past Joe Rogan. Now, why am I bringing up these two videos and Joe Rogan? Shannon Sharp is now in a position to say to not only just Spotify, but to Apple or any other streaming that uses music to say, listen, I am at the very least equal to Joe Rogan. Basically, so if you put me on, what is it? Come here, quickly. Why? I got the box. All right, Salak. All right, Salak about that. All right, so while I'm bringing this up, so Joe Rogan signed a $300 million contract within like 7 years with Spotify, right? Shannon Sharp can now say, my video has topped his by a few million. So why is it important? Shannon Sharp wanted to pay that OnlyFans girl money to keep you. Meaning like to keep you, to stay in front of you. Meaning like to keep, so that way he can stay inside of your, he can stay inside your ears, inside of your head. Meaning like you're going to always see him and hear his voice. Because if you found out the details of what he was doing, you might not want to listen to him anymore. You might not want him to be in front of you anymore. I mean, like be on your TV, be you watching him on his platform on YouTube or Club Shay Shay. So he has Club Shay Shay to say, listen, Club Shay Shay, one video brought me 55 million. And then I got so many other million views, videos. So he now can say, hey, within these 3 years, I done got 100 million views. In 2 years, I done got 40 million views. And that one video reportedly after Cat Williams, he made about $6 million just off just an interview. So this is why it's important. He now can say, hey, Spotify, I am equal to that $300 million contract. He can now go to Apple and say, hey, Spotify is offering 250 million. What? 7 for 11. If it cuts off again, just turn on the TV. Salapia. So now he's offered to pay her that $10 million so that way he can stay in front of you. That way you don't find out about his sexual deviancy inside that bedroom. You don't find out that he's a pillow biter or he has rectum wreckage. That's why he paid her. He offered to pay her $10 million to be quiet. Because remember, there was no charges against him. So he paid her that, he offered to pay her money so that way all of the details of their text message, all of the details of how they engage, interact, doesn't come out. Because now she starts talking about stuff like she's going to punish his rectum. You know, he used to call himself everybody unk. The young kids, the YNs, the young bloods, ain't nobody trying to be around no unk the punk. No, that ain't gonna swing right with the brothers who are straight. So that's why in that world, he paid her to be quiet. Well, he offered to pay her to be quiet. So that way he can stay in front of his viewers and now go get a $200, $300 million contract. But him having these sexual accolades or him loving to role play in S&M and being a pillow biter and rectum wreckage and she want that big black baby and all this other stuff. She now recorded him. And now Spotify can say to him, like, hey, our viewers don't like this. Women or people or men will start emailing Apple and say, hey, y'all got him on y'all platform. We don't like this kind of guy. We don't like this type of behavior. We don't want to listen to this kind of guy. We're not going to support. So in order for them to protect their investment, They chose not to invest inside of Shannon Sharpe. Now, what makes him a bigger fool than that, right? Well, one, he cost himself a potential $300 million contract that's equal, at the very least, equal to Joe Rogan. So that's $300 million that he could have got potentially between Spotify or Apple. So that's $300 million there. Not to mention the $100 million he was trying to negotiate or about to sign a deal with ESPN. So now we're talking about $400 million. He's saying to himself, if I pay this little OnlyFans chick this $10 million, I still got 400 coming on the back end. That's why I said in his world, it makes perfect sense to pay her the $10 million to be quiet. And even once them settling in court, he thought that it wouldn't get out. But now she decided to release text messages. They decide to get his money and destroy his career. Right? So now you got the potential $300 million contract, and then you got ESPN letting him go and not giving him the $100 million contract. And then not to mention that he could have been in a position to now promote his liquor brand more on TV, more on Spotify, and that could bring him another 50 to another 100 million. We're talking about $500 million within 10 years. That's a lot of money. That little Nikki, that OnlyFans young lady he's now given her generational wealth and some money he would not give his own kids. And so why would we talk about fools? Well, one, in that world, he was warned by people of his own peers. Say, hey, leave that type of woman alone. You get yourself an older one. Get yourself something a little more tasteful. Get you something a little more class. And by his own judgment, or his rule of thumb was, I think he was think he might have been talking to Glorilla or something. And she asked him a question like, how young would you go? And his rule of thumb is half your age plus 7. So if he's 60, you know what I'm saying, he can talk to the youngest he'll go is 37. Which he probably go younger than that. But I think it was something along those lines of that. That's his rule of thumb. Now, that is a major fool. So I just want to play a little snippet of some stuff for people talking about him and how they warned him. Salakia, hold up. All right, just a couple of videos, and then I'm gonna get back into the class.
When you and I,
it's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
What you trying to say? What you trying to say?
I'm looking right at you.
I know you looking at your.
I ain't backing down. You better take your old ass and get somebody to love you.
Damn, Mo.
Now I'm looking right at you. Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs.
Let me
tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old. You're trying to hang out with these young bitches, and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it. When they want you to go.
She said you need you something young. Like sometimes I try to tell you, that's why I title the class like this. Fools live in history too. You know, so he's more of a whoremonger and love these whores. But we're talking about just foolish behavior. And of course, I'm gonna load y'all up with some scriptures, but he's one of the ones who refused to listen. He refused to not take heed about what he was dealing with. And this is coming from a woman telling him that, like, for what you need, not what you want, what you need, like, you don't need that 26-year-old or 36-year-old. You need you an older woman who knows how to be a woman, who knows how to settle down and to come around. But when you don't listen, and when you so caught up in like your own sexual deviancy or these sexual escapades, and his lifestyle of wanting to be young. See, I'm gonna tell you the thing about Shannon is Shannon grew up extremely poor. He grew up with he had to have outdoor restrooms. He had to go to like to outhouse. He didn't have indoor plumbing. So he grew up extremely poor, and all the girls teased him, and he never felt welcome amongst his own. And then once he got to the NFL and got a little money, he still never felt like he had it. Shannon didn't feel like he had it until like he started working with Fox, and he launched like his own liquor brand and Club Shay Shay, and now he got some money. And this has happened to well until he got to like his late 40s, up until his mid 50s. So now that he got some money, all the stuff he could have did or wanted to do when in his early 20s, he decided he'll do it now. And that's why he got like the Leviticus hairdresser trying to make him dress young. He don't want to dress age appropriate. He wants to be like the latest fashion designer. He wants to dress like young people. And that's what you have right here. He plays the fool. And there's different types of fools. Well, we're gonna go into the scriptures about the type of fool I'm talking about now, but I just wanted to show that these type of men like Shannon Sharpe have always existed, and women too. But in today's topic, we're talking about him or just the type of man per se. So he's the type of fool that's gonna always want to. In other words, like live vicariously. I don't know if you know what that word means. He wants to live vicariously through someone else. And he's never had the opportunity. He probably never got any girls. He was not that attractive. He might not have that game. He has a list when he talk. You know what I'm saying? So he was never attractive amongst the ladies. So he had to go through extreme measures. Now he got so much money, the money rolling in. Now he decided, well, like if I wanted sisters, but they tease me, this little OnlyFans, little nitty bopper right here, she telling me I like the way your chocolate skin look. So, Slocky. Now he decided, well, my own didn't like me, but they love me. Let me go and get with them. And that's what you have right here, a self-hating man named Shannon Sharpe, because he was teased when he was younger, or he grew up extremely poor. Shannon Sharpe is your essential. He just know how to talk good, as far as like make you laugh. He's your Uncle Ruckus. He's your damn, what's that character off Django, Samuel Jackson? I can't think of his name, but that's how Shannon is. Shannon don't want to see nobody of his own in that statue, because Shannon was always teased by his own. He was never loved by a sister. He was never loved by women of his own peers. That's why he has to go get him something young, and not even of the same. He has to go get something else. He sees himself as in how Caucasian sees himself, meaning like Caucasian is better. They told him he was pretty. They told him they love that black skin. They want a big old black baby. Those are the words she was using towards him. Versus like with a sister, she'd be like, nigga, come on. She wouldn't compliment him on his skin. She wouldn't compliment his muscles or something like that. So that's what he went to. Yeah, Constance, that is why he's in the situation he's in. And let me tell you something else. I'm not the one who's going to speak about conspiracy theory. I know some YouTubers or people will say is that when you get to a certain status, if you keep talking to Caucasian women, the Caucasian men get mad and they will seek to destroy your whole career. I don't have that way of thinking. I think any woman can destroy your career. However, it is proven that amongst the races between white and black, the white has more power to destroy, and they've proven to really take people's lives. I'm not saying that it was right. No what I'm about to say next. I'm not saying it's right, but Tamika, Shalazine, we all know these are black names. She would just got you for about 50,000. She probably would have took that baby and try to put you on child support. Some old nonsense like that. But she would not have cost you that much money. Not $500 million. She might have cost you some high blood pressure, a couple cuss words. She might kill your car. But that's about it. You well within your rights of having some high dollar lawyer to shut her behind on up. You understand? So getting with Tamika and LaQuanda, they wouldn't have did that to you. But that OnlyFans, what is that broad's name? I can't think of her name. But they would not have had that kind of power to destroy you in that capacity. So let me go a little bit on this video real quick. And I got a few more.
Oh, for the fourth round, you looking at her like, bitch, listen, I need you. Want some money to go to Starbucks?
Yeah.
Because I can't go no further. But if you get your older girl, when you get to that fourth round, she's going to say, hold on. Let me go get you some eggs and cheese and some toast with apple butter, because that's going to get your energy back up. I'm talking right to you. Shit. So he was doing, I was going to be scared to come on, pick your glass up and clank for me. Come on now. These young gals will bite you. Okay.
That's crazy. You know, it's crazy. I ain't even seen this one. I saw a different one, but that's interesting. She just said these young girls will bite you. Come see what she said. You see what that boy Travis going through with his new wife. She already divorcing him and wanting 40 million from him, and his career hasn't started. Oh, I heard about the Travis Hunter. Oh, that's another one. I kind of wanted to wait till I got a little more details, but I did hear about her now wanting to file for divorce. Now she looked like she might be Issachar. She's just a flat out gold digger. And that's what we got to understand about these fools. Like you got some gold diggers out there who just gonna just slide and connive their way. And he's another brother who just the looks ain't up to par and high and fly with the ladies. So he had someone that was apparently in his corner. But I'm gonna try to give y'all the mindset of Travis Hunter. He sees some pretty girl. He goes and talk. He's a 5-star athlete in high school. He goes to talk to her. She like, nah, maybe let's say he's a freshman. He start talking to her. They cool. He start talking to her junior year, senior year. Now he got an NIL deal. He talks to her. She gives in. Now they've been going together since, let's say, their senior year. You got a girlfriend you're a senior in high school. They're with you as a freshman, as a sophomore and junior in college. She stayed with you. You go to the draft, you marry her. So you've probably been with her for about 4 years. Now, with that, she just went with him. What he probably don't understand is that he was already a millionaire by the time he was a junior. But that's the part most of y'all may not have known. Travis Hunter was a millionaire by the time he was a junior in high school, not college. He had NIL deals. At the time of him, but he was a senior, he was the #1 recruit out of so many thousands of people. #1. And he didn't go to Alabama. He went with Deion Sanders and he went down to Mississippi and down to Jackson, Mississippi. And yes, a lot of people did try to warn him about not to marry the girl, but he was so in love and so happy and so elated about his wife. Now look at what is going on. I hope that she's not doing that. If she is going to divorce him, I hope she don't get a goddamn dime. I hope he finagle that marriage license in some kind of way that she won't get a damn dime. Or she hopes she don't be able to enjoy it. I have a certain amount of anger, or I just don't like the fact that I disagree with that type of system with Esau's contract as far as the marriage license. I don't think it's right for her to not have to tackle nobody who ain't lift any goddamn weights, who ain't sprinted anywhere, for her to be able to just divorce him and get 40 mil. You know what I'm saying? Like the lifestyle that she got is only because of him. Like they ain't some lifestyle she created and she's trying to maintain. I don't think he should have to pay for her lifestyle. But that's just me. Like I said, I hope that she's not gonna leave him. And he wants her to be the woman of his life for the rest of his life. But none of us can always read the writing on the wall that she was a filthy piece of garbage. And that's something he's gonna have to learn the hard way. Now he's another fool. But these are the type of people who have to, and you know what? Hopefully if she is doing that, hopefully he don't turn to a monster. You know, some of these men who are so, I don't say gullible, so green and nice. They're very green and nice. And a woman would take advantage of these type of brothers. And then once they get taken advantage of, then they turn into a monster. Like some of these brothers y'all see, like I ain't gonna say I'm gonna use an example. I'm not sure if he's the one or not, but I'm using Nick Cannon as a example. Nick Cannon was like that old one woman. He wanted to get married to Mariah Carey. Got married with her. I think they had twins or something, and then broke his heart. They divorced. Now look at him now. He just dropping off babies in different women. I ain't saying if he ain't or isn't taking care of them, but he done got a plethora of kids, and he's with every latest chick now. He ain't thinking about putting a ring on any of them. He just dropping off rod, dropping off babies, getting whatever the hell he want. So it went from you can have a nice brother, or you can turn him into something totally different that you cannot muster, that you cannot contain, or you might ruin it for the next chick or something of that nature. So I can't say that the same way a man can make a woman to be a whore, these women can make these brothers turn into some straight savages. And they will just run through everything. They don't give a damn. They want what they want. They like what they like. Fucking sloppy. All right, but that is a good one though, sis. He was warned, but he chose not to listen. Let's see. I had one more. Let's go with the Kevin Hart. I mean, Cat. Shucks.
I didn't want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
Come on, Cat.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. I didn't want to get...
How long y'all think it took the OnlyFans to take down Shannon Sharp? Well, I'll tell you this. From the moment that they settled, within a matter of weeks or weekends, he lost a potential earnings of over $500 million. Potential earnings, almost $500 million. That's what he lost. That OnlyFans little white girl. What is her damn name? Shit, I can't think of her name. But his OnlyFans ex-girlfriend. He offered to give her $10 million. Her and her lawyer was like, "No, we're going public with this, and we want 50 mil." They settled. He settled, and allegedly or reportedly, he gave her about 23 million. Him offering to give her 10 for her to hush and be quiet. Cool, give her that 10, and you still got another 500 million coming up, the potential earnings. But him sleeping with little Becky's, well, OnlyFans girls, he didn't want to listen to Monique. He didn't want to listen to Cat Williams, saying that they'll take you down in 2 weekends. Now, Tamika ain't got the kind of power. Not off no text message. Now, granted, if she talking about making him to pillow biter, how she's gonna violate his rectum, which the OnlyFans girl did say something like that, based on I remember reading some of the text message. She talking about I'm gonna mess up your anal or something. I'm paraphrasing. He liked his rectum wreckage, but he's a pillow biter. But Tamika ain't going for that. LaQuanda, she ain't really going for none of that. LaQuanda be like, hold on, nigga, what? What you say? Hell no. Like LaQuanda ain't really having that. But now we got Glorilla, Gorilla Hebrew. He like that. He's a pillow biter. But most straight black women ain't gonna make their husband a pillow bottom. They're gonna check him and be like, "Nah, you sus," and they're gonna post it on Facebook. That's about all you're gonna get. But he did not want to listen to Cat Williams. He did not want to listen to Monique. And look what happens. Him not listening to these two celebrities, these two guests of his, and it could have been more. These are the ones they just happen to highlight and point out. Gabriella Zuniga. I ain't gonna say the last name. It sounds like Zuniga. Gabriella. Shannon Sharpe offered to pay Gabriella $10 million before this ever went public to shut the hell up. Probably give her an NDA. She went with her attorney and said, "Hell no, nigga, I don't want your 10 million. I want 50." And he was like, "Hell no, that's too much." So it went public, and now everybody knows about the text messages and the so-called shakedown. And now they settled. Amongst settling, the damage was done because now for the young birds out there, we all know that she was talking about rectum wreckage on Shannon. Unc is now Unc the Punk. Your favorite Uncle Shannon, Unc, he's now the punk. Or at least that's what someone will think about him. And then we look at them like, man, you 55, 56 years old. Why are you talking to this little 19-year-old? And not that we agree with it, but I'm speaking from their point of view. She not even attractive. She ain't been to nobody's garden. She ain't got no yams. She ain't no candy. She ain't no eye candy. She is straight squash. She's a carrot. She's not a yam. She's not a peach. She's not an apple. She's not an onion. She's straight up the nasty type of the vegetables. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say the nasty vegetable. I'm just speaking like shapes. Like she's celery. She's celery. You know what I'm saying? She's carrots. Like she ain't got no figure than her face. Her face is a potato. She ain't no good looking candy. She ain't like no cotton candy. She ain't no sugar babies. I'm talking about candy that looks appealing. Like she's the peppermint. Like she ain't got nobody's looks. Like you won't. If I'm speaking from like men in the world, from their point of view, like you're not even making us understand why you got this girl. She's a stick. If compare her to a clock, she is 6 o'clock. One hand on the 12, the other hand on the 6. She's straight up and down. She ain't got no fat, no push, not in the front or the back or the side. So how can you justify based on body and or looks what she got? Because they played videos of her on her OnlyFans. Of course, they didn't show it, but they played videos of her on YouTube. And all this horse face broad was just like, "I'm about to take my shirt off. Don't look." Don't nobody. You ain't got nothing to look at. She's straight up and down. So from the younger generation, they like, "Nah, Unc, why you with this ain't nothing ass broad, no shape, no body ass broad? Like, how we can't justify that." And then she talking about violent. She talking about rectum wreckage on you. Unc, you Unc the Punk now. No, we can't get down with that. Then she released the audio talking about he gonna choke her. Yeah, he talking about getting choked now. Like, man, you gonna make me choke you. So now you talking about violence. He's talking about that's how they gonna look at it. You know, you talking about being violent, so you're gonna lose your women demographic. You lost your young demographic, now you're gonna lose your women demographic. There ain't no telling how many millions that is. So, you let this little Gabriella, you wanted to have relations with Gabriella for about a span of 2 years and wanted to pay her $10 million, cost you $500 million. And for those of you just watching, it's been estimated based on his potential earnings that he could have had his sexual deviance had not have came out. He had the potential earnings of getting to $500 million within like less than 10 years. Probably really less than 7. Based on his contracts he could have signed. And then like his exposure and him be able to like sell stuff for us like with his liquor and any other brands. So he had money already. He had money to pay this broad 10 million. He had the money to pay her 23 million. But he was trying to get that on the back end, pay up front, then get that $100 million, $200 million, $300 million contract from Spotify, Apple, and from ESPN, and then add in your liquor sales. That puts you about a billion right there, half a billion. So he's one of the larger fools. He's a financial fool. And I would not be surprised if he's seen with another pale face walking worm, white worm, albino worm. I would not be surprised. That's what she looked like, a damn worm. She looked like the white version of those little things off of Men in Black. That's how she. Now, Lord, if I can find that, I'm gonna just be trying to behave. I can't think of that monster called off of Men in Black. I think they're called worms. That's how this skinny, nasty horse look. Like she would Now this how she look. He got with something like that. He ought to be ashamed himself. That's just nasty, Shannon. That's nasty work. So him sleeping with a woman cost him sleeping with something like that cost him $500 million. So that's what you got. So we got to understand that we cannot. Fools live long too. These fools are here. Let's get to a couple of scriptures. Got to a couple of scriptures. I know the scriptures I'm bringing out, they're going to show a different light of a different type of fool. We're going to go to the book of Job 33 and 19. Job 33 and 19. Let me get there first. Let me pull it up. Oh, Salaki, I can't even see it. Oh, Salaki. Let me put this up. Let me go to present. Share. Is it 33 and 19 that I want? Let's see. You know what? Let me go. So, like, I'm going to go to Proverbs 10 and 8 instead. I don't want 19. Proverbs, Salakia. Proverbs 10 and 8. Everyone plays the fool. Hopefully, I can see this as 12. Check StreamYard. All right, okay, come. Okay, it's cool. It's still there. All right, Salakia. All right, so Proverbs 10 and 8. And I'm going to just load you up with some of these food scriptures. Now, one of the last ones I want to talk about, we're talking about kicking some ass. So I don't want y'all to think that you got the right to go kick someone's ass. That ain't the purpose of me bringing this scripture out. So don't even think about it. All right, so let me check the time. All right, so the book of Proverbs, chapter 10, verse 8, it says, the wise in heart. For everybody to know, we're talking about the wise in heart, talking about like in your mind. Heart meaning mind. Will receive commandments, but the practicing fool shall fall. Anybody know what practicing means? So like the wise, the smart ones will receive this commandment. Meaning like you will have this understanding. The practicing fool will fall. So well, let's just pull it up. Me and UPK. Let's just look up practicing. Like yes, what is that at? Practicing. Make sure I spelled it right. Practicing. Not tinning. Take off the N. So like it. So right here, prattling. Talk foolishly or at tedious length about something. I heard him prat on for at least an hour and a half. Prat. So y'all can now add this to like your vernacular. Prat or pratting. All right. Yeah. I think we got a question. It says, Salaki, have a question. Are the 613 Mosaic laws a thing? And if so, are these the laws that we follow? Okay, there are 613 laws, but not all 613 laws apply towards men. Meaning this. Well, first we keep all the laws, statutes, and commandments. It just that some of these laws based on punishments. Like we're not in our kingdom to exact those type of punishments and judgments. Meaning like the law, if someone was to commit adultery, there's no Levitical priesthood to come by and to have a judgment and then stone you to death or hurt to death for that sin, that penalty. Also, you're not making any sacrifices. Meaning like if you committed a sin back in that time, people who had money would just sacrifice a goat, sacrifice their lamb, and they'll go out commit more sin. So, and also with the 613, some of those laws apply to like a pregnant woman. That law don't apply to you. Some of the laws are about menstruals. You're like, if a man, let's say if you rich for a woman and she's on the menstrual and you set somewhere that she's set at, then yes, then if she couldn't come to the school until the next moon or the next evening rather, then of course you couldn't come either because you sat in the same spot as she did. But like let's say you didn't have a woman, you just single and you're separate and that woman and she's pregnant or she have a monthly, that one of those laws won't apply to you because it applies to her. But we are supposed to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. And it's not just the 613. It's also the statutes and commandments. And what I mean by statutes and commandments, those are the lifestyles we have to live. These are also other looking like protocols to get a better understanding. One protocol is that Christ put out there. You read it in Matthew. I'm gonna just pull it up for you. I think it's Matthew 10 and 35. I'll hold this real quick. Matthew 10 and 35. I'll just give you a protocol. It's a statute, and it's something that we're supposed to keep, but I'm only saying it like this so you can understand. I think it's 10 and 28, 10 and 30. I don't worry about it. I'll just pull it up. Let's just see 10 and 35, see what that says. 10 and there. Da, 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 da. 10 and 15. No, the man offends you, go to him and him alone. I'm trying to find that one. Uh, he that love his father, receive it. The prophet in name shall receive a proper reward. Do, 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 do. No, it's 10 and 35. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull it up for you, Trooper. Yeah. Trooper knock a shop. But it's actually a good question. That it's good that you asked that. It's good that you asked that, though. So I'm about to pull it up. Matthew 18. That's a lock, yeah. No, that's not what I wanted. 10. Let me do 18. Matthew. What would that be? 18 and is it like 9 or something? No, it gotta be a little lower. All right, go to Matthew 18 and 15. Matthew 8, Salakia. My bad. Go to Matthew 18 and 15. Right here. All right, so Matthew 18 and 15. So look at this like a protocol. Look at this like an order, right? Look at it like an order. It says, moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee. What do you mean by trespass? Think of something like he was out of line, or he offended you, or like he owe you, he ain't paid you, or he said some words you felt like it was out of line, or he was rude towards you, or you might feel like he said something you like what he said towards your wife, towards your children, or he might have joked with you, and he said a joke that it hit home and you didn't like that joke. Whatever the case may be, whatever it is, it says, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. Meaning, like, if I say, let's say it's me and you, brother. Let's say I'm joking. I'm like, ah ha ha, man, knock a shot, nigga, sit that shit down, nigga. You ain't about that life. And you felt like I tried to embarrass you. The right thing to do is to come to me and me alone. And here, this is key. The reason why you want to go to that brother or that sister to them and them alone is for one reason. Let me see if you can guess. Why would Christ tell you to go to them and them alone if someone was to offend you? Let me see if anybody can give me a good guess. They're telling you that if someone offends you, go to them and them alone. Why is that good to go to them and them alone? I'll give you about 10 seconds. I'll give you 15. Do. So, like, if someone was to offend you, Christ is telling you to go to them and them alone. My question is, why should you go to them and them alone? To refrain from embarrassment. Con, he put because it stops gossiping. Okay. Yeah, those are it. But okay, y'all not wrong, but y'all not home. Okay, let me give you a scenario. We at the club. No, we had the kick down. We kicking it. I step on your shoe. I spill some stuff on your shoe, and I didn't even apologize. So now, if you come to me alone, you might be like, "Hey, brother, you stepped on my shoe, man. Spills all stuff on my shoe, man." You know what I'm saying? Excuse you, brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? This, I don't know if you're too lit or something like that, but you kind of like agitated me with that, bro. Like you all over the place, right? You go to them and him alone. That's how you would go. Could you imagine if you come to him in front of everybody else? How would that person take it? They might feel like you trying to show them up. We all know how Judah come on the scene. Judah always more so talking loud, talking with their hands. Hey, nigga, this let me tell you something. You come, you are supposed to honor. You are supposed to honor each other, but just look at it like this. The reason why you want to go to them and them alone, so that way the person you are confronting, they don't feel offended by you telling them about their trespass. Because sometimes if they feel embarrassed, they might react to it if it's in front of somebody else. Cause like could you imagine like you stepped on a brother's shoe, you knocked some juice or something on his sneakers, and then he come to you in front of everybody else talking like, "Hey nigga, hey, look what you done did to my shoes, man." You're not gonna be like, "Hey, my bad." You can be like, "No, nigga, F your shoes." But if you pull me to the side, away from everybody, we can keep this mishap between us. That's why. So y'all all right. So you don't create conflict. It is an honorable thing to refrain from embarrassing. You don't want to start stuff in that nature. So you all are correct. But that's the main reason why. So that way it doesn't cause more conflict and you don't want to embarrass. You want to keep like y'all's conflict small, y'all's disagreement small between the two. And that's why in the Israelite school of UPK, if you talking to a brother about another brother, like something like, "Hey, he offended me," the honorable thing to do is say, "Hey, did you talk to him?" Because I'm gonna tell y'all something. Sometimes when you are offended by a brother or a sister and they offend you, sometimes they don't know that they offended you. You don't want to know why they don't know? Because you didn't say anything. So that's why it says, if they trespass against thee, go tell him his fault between thee and thee alone. And if he shall hear it, you have gained thy brother. I mean, like if he apologized, like, "Hey man, hey the Rock, you know what I'm saying? You came by in the room and you stuck on my sneakers, man, got my shoes all dirty. Homie, what's going on? You all right?" I might be like, "Oh, Salaka, man, my bad, bro. I ain't even know, bro. Let me dust it off or something like, let me buy you a drink or something." You know, something like that, you can gain a brother, you can gain a sister. But if someone was to offend you and you keep quiet about it, you're gonna harbor on that. You're gonna cause more a grudge. You're gonna cause a schism. So that's why it's important to keep this protocol. We got to keep like our statutes and our commandments. So to go back to your original question, Nakashaf, we are to keep these laws, the Mosaic laws, right? However, you understand that some laws are gender specific. There are some laws that's made for men to do. There's some laws that women are made to do. And some laws just don't apply to you. Now, granted, we are not under the Levitical priesthood, meaning like there's no Levite. Just so you know who the Levites are today, Haitians primarily, the Haitians. So there's no brother from Haiti that's going to come to your house and be like, is this leavening in your house after the Passover when it's supposed to be no leavening in your home? So there's no Levitical priesthood to come and punish you for not obeying the law. But we also keep it. And meaning like also another thing is this. majority of the times, outside of like shellfish of the dietary law, majority of us follows the law. You gotta add a few things in here, like like with some of the shape ups, like cutting the corners in your hair, maybe getting high, like smoking, or hitting a hookah, or a lot of the laws we already kind of keep. We just gotta tune them in, like refine them. Like, okay, let me cut a little more out. I know for myself coming in from out the world, I didn't smoke. I had dreads. I cut my dreads. I had to stop getting like the shape ups. Um, and then I didn't eat pork. I didn't like it. So me finding other foods to eat because I never did eat pork. I never was a fan of shellfish like that anyways. I think the shit stinks, to be honest. Like they do all this hassle to get them some damn crab legs just to make a damn mess. But people want to mock me because I wear accident preventer. But they rocking whole bibs though, and they eating with gloves on. But they want to make fun of the rocket. Slocky, I digress. However, that shit stink. I just keep it a buck. Like I don't like the way chitlin smell. I don't like the way shrimp and crab smell in the house. It's terrible. It leaves an odor. So kind of hope that answers your question. But also, if you got any more, just type of man. I'm here to answer questions. I'm also gonna load y'all up on some of these food scriptures. So for you troopers and young officers is watching, load these few I'm about to run through some scriptures. You want to title these under the food scriptures. All right, but I got one that y'all not going to get. There's one y'all not going to understand. I hope that y'all will, but there's a Judite term of why we don't really waste our time with so many different types of people. All right, so we're going to Proverbs 10. We're going to jump down to verse 23. So now we're dealing with foods. Remember, Shannon was the type of fool who would not listen. I ain't trying to tie this to Shannon, but since it was on the topic, I just want to make sure we stay on subject about him being a fool. All right, so I think I gave y'all Proverbs 10 and 8. What was that? Proverbs 10 and 8, Proverbs 10 and 23. So Nakashoff, for those who really desire to be an officer, it's good to have what we call a precept book. Your precept book, you'll want to have it in alphabetical order. So that way, when you have dealing with like certain subjects, if you need some color scripture, you go to C. You need some money scriptures. If you need like life scriptures or behavior or clean scriptures or Jesus is black, stuff like that. This one you can do it under F, but I would just title it food scriptures. So that way when you start teaching and you're dealing with a food, go to your precept book, be like, hold on, I got some scriptures for you right here. Give me the food scriptures. Because that's what I'm talking to. And then you just go ahead and start blazing. All right, so this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 10, verse 23. It is as sport to a fool to do mischief. What that mean? Like certain fools or certain people out here who just want to talk, they do it for fun. That's why we be hearing people be saying stuff like, man, you just talking. Like we done said it even in the world. Like, man, you just talking. Ain't nobody studying you. That's all you is. You just running your mouth. That's you just talking. So that's what it says, but a man of understanding have wisdom. You want to start having now, these scriptures will teach you how to deal with fools, but the main thing is to keep a calm mind. Like most people who just be talking, like I don't know if you noticed, but majority of men, we always tell men to look strong at camp. Stand firm. Don't be frigid with your hands. You want to look stoic because that's how that's how commanding and how to raising these young warriors up to be, is to be strong and not look like someone who can be easily pushed over. Because in the UPK, we tell brothers to say no more than they say yes. And if a brother Like if any food want to come up to the camp, like they should not come up to ISUPK. They shouldn't come up to our camp with that nonsense. Because I tell you this, we say no more than we say yes. And whichever way we're at, it's going to take a while for us to get to the other side. And if we get to the other side, it's going to take us a while to get back to the other side that we came from. And what I mean by that, don't come testing us. Like I said, we're very stoic, and you can find out the hard way. We pray you understand on that. But when we're outside in camp, we're here to do the Lord's work, and that's why men is always looking so manly, so warrior-like, so aggressive. Because we don't want no one to come and test us. We don't want you to come out here trying to figure things out. We don't want no fool to be foolish for sport. It is as a sport to a fool to do mischief. We don't want him to come have no good time with us. No, we're not about to be a part of your games. All right. So I just want to make sure I keep that in mind. Let's go and jump ahead. Let's go on to some next scriptures. I'm about to load y'all up. Let's go to Proverbs 18:2. So this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 2. It says, "A fool have no delight in understanding, but that his heart may discover itself." Like he don't care to understand. It's just like people having debates about, is Jesus black, or they want to wear fringes on their t-shirt. You should have the mindset of this. Let's take an easy subject. Let's say fringes on your t-shirt. You can say, like, you read it in Leviticus, you know what I'm saying? You read in the Bible, it says when you do your fringes, it's supposed to be on where the borders of your clothes meet. So like on your pants, it'd be like on the side. If you had a shirt or a jacket, it'd be like right up here where you put two borders meet. A t-shirt is mostly like an undershirt. It's like a shirt that you put on under something else. So, and essentially, if you decide to entertain them and show them in the scriptures where you're not supposed to, and if he's still debating you on that, he has no delight of understanding. Most times now, like once you become seasoned, you'll understand like who that fool is. You'll be like, you want to go wear fringes? Why would I care? Wear my shoestrings, nigga. Why would I give a damn where you wear your shoestrings? Where you wear your fringes? Nigga, put them on your own condom, nigga. Why would I care where you put your fringes at? Because if you ask me about where the fringes go, if I show you in the Bible how you're supposed to wear your fringes, are you going to follow everything else in the Bible? Are you going to now join the UPK? Are you going to stop getting high? Are you going to stop sleeping with whores? Are you going to stop all manner of mischief? You won't. So fool has no delight in understanding, but that his heart may discover itself. So these are the type of stuff that fools do. But when you're dealing with a fool, this is how you're supposed to act now. Let's go to Matthew 10:14. Going to the New Testament. Let's see. Now, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 14. "And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words." Like, let me finish reading, I'm gonna break it down. "When ye depart out of the house or city, shake out the dust of your feet." What does that mean? And that's the one I say y'all might not understand. Especially to shake off the dust of your feet. What does that mean when we say shake off the dust of your feet? If anybody know. I'm gonna reread the scripture. It says, "And whosoever should not receive you." Meaning like, man, I went over here, they ain't heard a damn thing I said. Some cat trying to talk to me when I got off the slave at the gas station. He asked me some stuff about the scriptures. I gave him the answer. He ain't hear nothing I said. I ain't about to waste my time on him. It says, whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when ye depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet. My question is to y'all is, what is the shake off the dust of your feet? What that mean? I'd be impressed if y'all get this one right. The Judite term for it. Shake off the dust of your feet. What does that mean? Sis, I see you checking in. If you could, sis, I'm saying there's a Judite term that we always now. When I say Judite term, I'm mostly talking about of old, like not the modern Judites. Which this is a term I'm going to go back to saying. What does it mean when it says to shake off the dust of your feet? It's an old Judite term we used to use back in the day. Now I'm not sure if the other people that's still on here, if Nakashop will know, or Amawad, or a few other people that was watching. They might. I'd be impressed. I'd be impressed if they knew. But what is that? It's an old term we used to say back in the day. Shake off the dust of your feet. Now, of course, the scripture that I'm breaking down is if they don't hear you, like don't waste your time. Hopefully that didn't give you too much. Where it says there's an old Judite term, shake off the dust of your feet. Dust your shoulders or don't let it get you. Don't let it get you. Don't or something. Okay, that's dust your shoulders off. Okay, yeah, that's close. That's close, but not quite. Shake off any bad things or demons that they have on them and walk away. Walk away. Okay, that's explaining this. Okay, shake off anything bad. Okay, but give me the Judite term, in particular to the part about shake off the dust of your feet. It says to reject their ignorance. Okay, you are rejecting their ignorance, but give me the term. Okay, shake off the dust. That's closer to the ballpark. But this right here is most of you talking to someone who won't receive you. We're looking like a fool. They didn't hear your words. So look at it like, let me give y'all a scenario. We're gonna say we all went to our uncle's house. Our uncle was like, "Hey, uncle, that just blazing." We're like, "Hey, uncle, you know what I'm saying? We read in the Bible that you're not supposed to be smoking." You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Show me in the Bible." You go to Proverbs, you show him about putting fire to your lips and smoking. You're not supposed to do it. You show him that, he be like, "Oh, well, that was talking about smoke. This right here is this is good ganja. Or no, this is I ain't smoking it, I'm eating it now. I got some edibles." He's just trying to change it the whole vibe for him. You know, now you saying to yourself, like, you know what? I ain't got my time to be wasting going and search these Bible scriptures for this food. Like, he ain't received nothing I said. He ain't heard nothing I said. Now it says when you depart out of their house or city, shake off the dust. Like, I don't even want none of this dust from this ignorant ass food, my ignorant uncle. Now, what I'm asking for in particular was when it says shake off the dust of your feet, give me the old Judite term. I might have to give it to y'all for time's sake, but there's an old term. Remember, we talking about, man, shake the dust off your feet. Think about it. If you go to someone, basically don't get discouraged by the people who don't follow you or hear your words. Remember, you can't save everyone. Okay. Yes, that's true. That's true, Amwad. Give me the word you would say. Let's say if you was to tell someone else, like a brother, about what happened, and y'all brothers talking, y'all just sitting back, you just telling like, man, I went to my uncle's house, broke these scriptures down to him. He had nothing I said. Man, I told them I had to shake off the dust off my feet. Instead of you saying to basically don't get discouraged, or you saying I shook the dust off my feet, what's another word you would say that would say either you're leaving from him, or he's going to leave from you. And look, once I say it, y'all gonna be like, oh, damn, I ain't heard that word in a minute. And we got to bring it back. The part when the Gentiles wouldn't listen. Okay, they wouldn't listen. They never listen. So that's why this scripture right here is telling, like, don't waste your time. Continue to explain stuff to fools. They won't listen. As a matter of fact, these Gentiles, these fools, they can go and kick what? I just gave it to y'all. Man, you can go kick something. Go and kick rocks. That's shaking out the dust off your feet. Kick rocks. Y'all remember that? That's what it's saying. Like when you shake out the dust off your feet, man, you can kick rocks. That always signify like either they should leave from you or you leaving from them. Kick rocks. That's it. Y'all remember that? I'm done. I said I'm done. Yeah. Kick rocks. That's what it's basically. That's what he's saying. It got to the point where, like, man, I went to this food house. He ain't hear nothing I said. He ain't hear none of my words. I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna leave this house and this city, man. I don't even want the dust. I don't even want the rocks on my feet from this city or the dust from his house. I don't want none of that stuff coming. I don't want none of that shit coming with me. Man, you can kick rocks. Shake off the dust off your feet. We bringing that back, Allah. We got to bring it back. Man, you can kick rocks. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, and we so slang. Oh, yeah. He said, I'm going back with that one. Hey, Christ said it. You can kick rocks. Let me tell you something. When you're dealing with these fools, if they won't listen, if they won't hear you, man, let them, man, they can kick rocks. Why would you care? Remember, to a fool, it's his sport to cause mischief. So why would you care if he's trying to be a sport with you? Like, who wants to play a sport? Like, even with sports that you play by yourself, it still had to go with something. And like, even with solitary, you still got to beat someone, which is yourself. Like, a fool don't want to play with himself. He needs someone else for sport. And don't allow him to use you as his sport. Man, we tell fools now, man, you can kick rocks, and we got to bring that one back. And that's what Christ is saying, like, shake off the dust of your feet. Man, don't even bring in the dust from like their house. Man, dust your feet. As a matter of fact, tell them, hey, as a matter of fact, leave my dust with me. Like, I don't need you taking none of my righteous dust out with you. Like, anything, if they come to your house, tell them they kick rocks. Man, kick rocks. Beat it. Make it like an egg. Beat it. Kick rocks. And let me tell you something, that's why it's so spiritual, because, man, we are niggas. We are black people. They was talking about shake off the dust off your feet. And now we don't say dust, we just say rocks. So that's how we are. So the brothers, they can kick rocks. Why would we even waste our time with whatever the hell they thinking about? Let me give you some more food scriptures. Now this one, this is more so for, I don't want brothers to, how can I put this? I don't want brothers to think that this is okay. I don't want brothers to fall for this type of behavior, because this is what fools are going to do. And we're going to Proverbs 18:6. All right, so this is the part where you have to have some restraint. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 6. It says, a fool's lips enter into contention. I mean, like, he's going to say all the things that can agitate you. He's going to say all the right words that can provoke you, that can get you in an uproar, or she will. We all know that a woman can say the right word that can make a man lose and go berserk, or she can say the wrong thing to another sister and make her go berserk. Now, it says a fool's lips enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes. When it said his mouth is calling for strokes, I don't want y'all to read this and be like, yeah, his mouth said it, so I gave it to him. I gave him the strokes he was asking for. No, that is his demon or her demon. Her demon is wanting you to beat her. And it's going to be up to you to not oblige that demon. We don't want you to oblige that demon. So have that mindset. Because I know we all adults, and we do want to tell people they should watch who they're talking to. However, we got to make sure that we understand that this is a fool that we're dealing with, and they want to be sport. They want us to engage with them, and you got to have the wisdom in your heart to see that let me not entertain this fool, and let me not allow this demon to complete his job by the works of my hands. Meaning, like, don't allow this fool to make me whoop his ass or whoop her ass, because I will beat her or I will beat him. I'm speaking from like someone else's point of view. Like, that's why in your mind you gotta be like, Lord, I know. I'm gonna get a little sidebar real quick. My mom used to always. She said she was a Christian, but she didn't really go to church. She was whatever. But my mom used to always say stuff like, I'm gonna beat this whole ass. And she said one more goddamn thing to me. And she like, Lord, you know what? I ain't got time to play with this crazy ass cow. Let me leave before I get to shooting somebody. But what am I saying? Why I'm bringing this up? She, unbeknownst to her, is recognizing that this is a fool, and that fool mouth is calling for strokes. She's not going to entertain that woman calling for strokes. She said, let me remove myself. Let me spare you. Let me allow you to continue to not have a busted lip, or let me allow you to continue to eat your food the normal way and not have to eat your food through a straw. Whatever mindset you have to have to not oblige that demon, then have that mindset. Know what you can do, and then know what you're not going to do. Like, I can just hit you. But I know a lot of our moms was like, a lot of our moms be saying that, Lord Jesus, let me leave before I tear some stuff up. Like, our moms, unbeknownst to themselves, was recognizing, like, in the spirit, of course, like, this is a fool. And let me not entertain this demon. Because like in Proverbs is saying, a fool's lips enter to contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes. We all know these type of people who were just begging for a beat down. And yet we've been in those type of situations, and like, we spared them. Meaning, like, you did not allow that demon to complete its mission by the works of your hands. Now, he might have completed through someone else, but you did not aid and assist that demon to complete its mission. Like, we don't want to help demons complete their mission. So I always want to have that mindset when you're dealing with fools. Like, yeah, fool's lips is going to cause contention, and they're going to beg for strokes, but don't allow that demon to make you finish. Like, we don't want to just beat someone up because they said something, as much as provoking as it may be, or as hurtful as it may be. We want to remember that this demon knows you and knows what to say. So when I talk about a woman knowing what to say, or a man saying certain things, have the mindset that this demon knows exactly what buttons to push. It's not by accident that a stranger can say a word to you and you get all out of character. That stranger don't even know you. How that stranger know that I'm just making up something now. How that stranger know that your ex-girlfriend stabbed you in your back and you got like 7 stitches on your back, and she talking about like where your backstabber at? Like, how would a stranger know that? A demon would know it. So you want to keep in mind that these fools, they're gonna say whatever it is that they can say that's gonna beg for an ass whooping. Don't allow that demon to let you don't allow that demon to allow you to give them that ass whooping. Like, that demon wants that ass whooping. Don't give it to him. If you can refrain from it, refrain from it. Now, defend yourself physically, absolutely. Like, if they come provoking you, like physically trying to harm, then you give them all that they can handle. Give them too much. Give them too much. That's about you preserving your life. That's you having the right to protect yourself. But if some Sally is over there begging for beatdowns, like on one of my algorithms on YouTube, I be watching like fights. And I love, like I said, especially good for the soul. I love to see when Karens provoke the wrong individual and then they give them the business. One I recently I just saw, as a matter of fact, I saw earlier today, some guy was like, you F around and found out. It didn't show what happened, but you can see that the sister was behind the register and the woman was yelling at an arguing. Then you see the sister running away from her. The woman took something like it could have been like a canned drink. She threw it, hit the sister in the lower back. You know what happened after that? Well, now this is physical. And she turned around, ran to that woman, squared up, pop up. And that's how she threw it. She went. I'm like, it was a weak punch. That's how I looked on the camera. She went, pop. I'm talking about the woman fell flat, face first. Boom. Of course, there was no audio, but it was like one of those moments of you fuck around and find out. And why I'm bringing this up, if it's something physical to defend your life, to preserve your life, then you preserve your life. If it's just some Karen just talking cash money, I would talk cash money back, but I'll get the hell up out of there. Cause remember, you don't want to entertain fools. You don't want to just sit there and just talk. That's what you don't want to do. Let me see. I think I got one more for y'all. Let me see if this is what I want. Proverbs, what's it be? 24 and 7. But I know it's hard, because some people just be begging, like some be knowing exactly what to say and when to say it. Like I know sometimes they catch you at the right time. Trust me, I know. Like I've been doing security, and sometimes they try to catch me at the right time. But if y'all can understand anything, understand this scripture right here. We'll just read in Proverbs 18 and 6, how they will beg for that ass whooping. Don't give it to them. Understand this. So I'm gonna leave this with y'all. Proverbs 24 and 7. Wisdom is too high for a fool. Keep that in mind. Like the what you know, and there's several ways to look at it. It's totally up to you. He opened not his mouth in the gate, but wisdom is too high for a fool. Meaning this, you're stupid. Just look at him like that. You're stupid. And I personally, now this is just myself. When I'm dealing with someone when I'm dealing with a fool, and I don't want to argue, I already told them to kick rocks. All right, I'm trying to dust off the boots. They're not hearing me. They're not receiving what I'm saying. And to keep myself from wasting time, and this is, I think Kabosh one asked me this because one day was with someone and, they was just talking, have like a little mild debate. And then I just realized that there was a fool. Because he asked me, how do you deal with fools or how do you cut off certain arguments or debates? And I told him, I don't argue with stupid people. I just say you're right and I stop talking. That's what I do. That's how I avoid arguing with dumb people or stupid people. Because wisdom is too high for a fool. Like they just couldn't reach it. So what I'm talking about or dealing with, if it's outside the reach of a fool and they still want to have a debate and dialogue, I just tell them, like for example, they talking about wearing fringes on your t-shirt. You're right. That's it. You're right. So y'all should try it. As a matter of fact, if you happen to personally know a fool and you recognize that they are a fool and they're talking, I would bring this up to them. I said exactly like this. I usually don't like to debate and dialogue with wisdom that's too high for fools, or I don't like to have conversations in these type of debates with people I feel that aren't up to par. So for the sake of argument, I'm going to tell you that you are right so I can stop talking. What do you mean by that? I just said it. I like to end conversations with letting them feel that they want, or letting them understand that I don't want to talk to them anymore. I always tell people, man, I don't like talking to stupid people. I don't always tell people that, but I don't talk to y'all like that because y'all are not the stupid people. But when I be at my slavery and there's some idiot want to come talk to me, I'm like, you know what? You right. You got it. You right. I understand. You got it. You good. Have a good one. I appreciate it. Oh, really? Tell me more. You want me to tell you I was just being sarcastic? I cut off conversation. Let me tell you something, Israel. The wisdom that we have in the Israelite School of UPK, you all are the ones that the Lord saw as worthy to hear this truth or worthy to understand. Wisdom is too high for most fools. Well, not most fools. Wisdom is too high for a fool. Don't go try to pull wisdom down. You got someone who is down here, right? They're way here. Well, let me see. Yeah, way down here. You don't want to pull the wisdom down. Let him build up to get up to wisdom. We're not going to hold no fool's hand to understand this. Because remember, to most fools, to get to your wisdom that you got, before they even try to get to our wisdom, once we recognize that they are a fool, we're going to tell them to do what? Let me see if y'all understand what I'm saying. To a fool that we recognize, before they start begging for contention and begging, mouth calling for strokes, what are we going to tell a fool? Let's see if I can put that in the chat. We're going to start telling fools this. And this is going to be something for us, Israel. When we hear any brother or sister say this word to a person, that's going to be our code word to let everybody know that this is a fool. Kick rocks. Most High Christ. Yeah, that's going to be our word. So they're going to coin this term. We're going to recoin the term in Israel starting today in the Nashville Monday Night History class. If we tell a brother or a sister to kick rocks, or if we tell anybody to kick rocks, and hopefully they're not in UPK, of course. If they're not in UPK, if we tell anybody to kick rocks, we're letting everybody else know that that is a fool. And we ain't gonna say kick rocks. Both sides Christ. We tell everybody to kick rocks. So if y'all see the rocket at the stove, or if y'all see Allah in passing, you see Amawar driving, you see a Nakashoff, just posted up. Who was in here? What was the name? You see Terry, sitting down, and she say the word kick rocks. If we hear the word kick rocks, we're gonna be like, oh, that's cold. Why we on cold today? Also, that's a fool right there. She told them, or he told them to kick rocks. You know what? They might be begging for his ass whooping. Let's make sure we don't oblige her demon or his demon. And let's help his ass kick rocks. Hey, you need to kick rocks. Hey, beat it. We ain't got time to deal with you. Like, the wisdom that we got is too high for someone that's stupid. We're gonna tell you you're right. Now kick rocks. All right. So I'm gonna end the class with that. I'm Priest and Officer Daraki of the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. We've been established in teaching this truth since 1969, y'all, under Commanding General Yohana. Wisdom will always be too high for a fool. And if you happen to have some of that wisdom, do not bend, break, tear down yourself to help out a fool to understand what you know. The only ones we're going to be patient with when it comes to teaching is someone who's truly trying to learn, or they are our children. But after a certain time, after a certain point, we stop teaching. Let me tell you why. Because they love to not learn. Like, you might tell a child, don't touch the eye because it's hot. You touch it the first time, it's hot. You touch it the second time, it's hot. They might even go up to a third. But after that third time, you know why we stop telling them don't stop touching the eye because it's hot? Who will understand this? I'll tell you this. You stop telling them stop touching the eye because it's hot, because you will realize that he ain't or she ain't got it all. Maybe they like that hot ass iron burning their hands. At some point, we stop telling stupid people to stop doing stupid things, whether it's your children or not. And at some point, we got to understand that this is a fool, and fools should kick rocks. All right. Shalom, Israel.